Okay, just wanted to give you an overview of the kit that I'm using here. I see the wood gasification stove, the Paderno baking pan, my little pot lifter, my little bamboo spatula, a lighter, the open all folding saw, my Becker Necker BK11, some strike anywhere matches with PJ cotton balls, a little alcohol. Yep, sometimes I cheat and use a little bit of priming fluid there. I mean, that 3 ounces will last, hundreds of fires. All I do is drip it on there to get it going if it's wet or damp. And then I have a piece of pine there that I just split down with my Becker Necker, and then I cut up small pieces. You can also use twigs, it all depends. I usually believe it or not, keep a piece of wood like that with me as a backup, because you never know if you're going to get dry wood. I also have my alcohol stove, but I'm just playing around with the gasification right now. So I'll split that down with the Becker Necker, cut it into little pieces with the open all folding saw, put in some twigs, whatever works, bark. You want to try and keep the smoke down as much as possible, but that's it, and then I have a Ziploc bag here that I'll keep stuff that I'm collecting in, just to keep it dry. A lot of people would say it defeats the purpose of a gasification stove to haul your fuel with you, and it does, but if you can't scrounge it, you're going to want to have some kind of backup, and that's the way I do it. So again, just fooling around here. Made some rice last night on here, worked well. Takes more fooling than an alcohol stove. I'm not saying it's more efficient, but the advantage is, fuel is kind of everywhere you look. You just got to make sure it's dry and workable, and you got to play with it. I know kind of the rage on the Bushcraft USA forums is the Emberlight stove, which is not a gasification. It's just a hobo type stove. I'm not knocking that or anything. I'll probably end up getting one of those. I have one of the pocket cooker stoves that weighs 16 ounces. Same kind of principle. Just gotta keep feeding it whenever you need to, and with the stove like that, it's a little easier to control the heat level and the output, but this is working for me. One last thing I kind of want to point out here, when you're fooling around with fire, leather gloves are good to have. I have a pair somewhere, and I just made this I got some coat hangers here and a piece of copper tubing, so I put those in there and I can kind of play around with the fire in there without burning anything up. If I want to put some extra flame, look at the grease is starting on fire. If I want to put a little bit of extra oxygen into the fire, I just take these out here and use this as a blow stick, right? So that's a way to get a little extra oxygen in there if the flame isn't working real well. Alright, now this might not show up too well, but here I am using the gasification stove, and I'm trying to boil 1 quart of water. It's about 69 degrees outside, so it's pretty warm. I got an aluminum pot there, and it's doing some gasification down there. If you can see that. There it is without the light. And the Bush Buddy itself, which this isn't a Bush Buddy, it's a paint can gasification stove, two walls, same principle. Draws in the air in the bottom, it's got vent holes in the top. Says it should be able to boil 1 quart of water in 8 to 10 minutes, basically in perfect condition. So we'll see how that goes. It's been going 8 minutes so far, so it's getting close to a boil. One more shot of that gasification. That's just cool coming out of those jets. One more shot of the gasification. That's just cool coming out of those jets. The way that works. You just got to get it right, and then it really is an efficient burn. But you got to get it right and keep the right kind of fuel in there.